A weaver named Suki lives in a busy town. She makes cloth every day. Her hands move fast on the loom, turning threads into bright patterns. People love her work. They come to her shop with coins and smiles, asking for scarves, blankets, and shirts. Suki earns a lot, but she always wants more. Every morning, Suki wakes up early. She counts her threads, checks her colors, and plans her day. "I need more red," she says, "and more blue, and gold. Everyone loves gold." She runs to the market, buys new threads, and fills her baskets. Her house grows full. Baskets of yarn, piles of cloth, boxes of tools. She looks at them and says, "This is success." But inside, she feels restless. One day, Suki hears a noise outside. She looks out her window. A festival fills the streets. People dance, sing, and laugh. They wear simple clothes, not her fancy patterns. Suki frowns. "Why don't they want my work?" she thinks. She grabs her best cloth, a gold and red scarf, and joins the crowd. "Look at this," she says. "It's beautiful." Some people nod, but most keep dancing. Suki feels small. That night, Suki sits in her house. Her baskets tower around her. She picks up a thread and tries to weave, but her hands shake. "I have so much," she says. "Why don't I feel happy?" She looks at her loom, her tools, her piles. It all feels heavy. She lies down but can't sleep. Her mind spins with ideas, more colors, more designs, more sales. The next day, Suki walks to the edge of town. She needs air. She finds a quiet hill with a single tree. An old man sits there, holding an empty basket. He looks calm. Suki sits nearby and watches him. "Why do you have an empty basket?" she asks. The old man smiles. "I carry it every day," he says. "Sometimes I fill it with fruit. Sometimes I leave it empty. It's light either way." Suki tilts her head. "Don't you want more?" she asks. "More fruit? More things?" The old man shakes his head. "I take what comes," he says. "If the basket is full, I eat. If it's empty, I rest. Both are good." Suki looks at her hands. They're rough from work. "I fill my baskets every day," she says, "but I don't rest." The old man nods. "Maybe you carry too much," he says. Suki thinks about this. She walks home and looks at her house. The baskets feel like walls. The threads feel like chains. She picks up one basket and empties it. Red threads spill onto the floor. She empties another. Blue yarn falls out. She keeps going until her floor is a mess of colors. "This is crazy," she says, but she feels lighter. The next morning, Suki doesn't run to the market. She takes one thread, just white, and sits at her loom. She weaves slowly. The cloth grows plain and soft. No gold, no red, no rush. She finishes a small scarf and holds it up. "It's simple," she says. She wraps it around her neck. It feels warm. Suki walks outside with her empty basket. She doesn't fill it. She sits under a tree and watches the sky. Birds fly overhead. The wind moves the leaves. She breathes deep. "This is enough," she says. Her mind quiets. For the first time in years, she rests. Days later, a neighbor visits. "Suki, where's your fancy cloth?" he asks. Suki shows him the white scarf. "This is what I make now," she says. The neighbor touches it. "It's soft," he says. "I like it." Suki smiles. "Good," she says. "I make less, but I feel more." Now, Suki weaves one thing at a time. She keeps her baskets empty most days. She walks light, works slow, and listens to the world. The town still buzzes, but Suki finds peace. She knows simplicity isn't empty. It's full in a different way. That's the end of our story today. Did you enjoy it? Suki learns that peace comes from letting go of too much and enjoying the simple things. What simple thing makes you happy? Tell me in the comments. Like and subscribe for more English Zen stories. See you next time.